bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi everyone, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Alexis Cairo, and our guest today is Sean Reyes, who is not only an attorney here in Utah, but you were the Young Lawyer of the Year for the U.S. in 2008.
That's correct.
But you're here today in your capacity as co-founder of the Fraud College. So very quickly, what is the Fraud College? Obvious probably what it is, but give us a little explanation.
Thanks, Alexis. Fraud College is a grassroots education initiative to try to help stem the tide against this plague that we have here in Utah of affinity fraud and white-collar investment fraud, the things that are, the experts say, taking $1.5 billion of money out of the market in Utah, transferring from the pockets of innocent victims to these fraudsters or scamsters, the bad guys that we're trying to shut down. Yeah. So Fraud College has several components, one of which is an event that's coming up January 25th.
Right.
It's a symposium where we're bringing in national speakers and also local speakers to help educate the population. We also have another component that is an online component that is a support for the event. So anytime somebody wants information, they can go there before they make an investment. They can check with an expert. There are a lot of resources on that website, which is, if you don't mind, I want to make sure
it'll be
that,
on the screen too, but
that I get that out, but www.fraudcollege.org.
Okay.
So that's,
and this is really important in the state of Utah. I mean, it's important everywhere, but we happen to be kind of up there when it comes to these kinds of schemes.
at or near the top.
At or near the
usually.
top, yeah. Because, and you talk about affinity fraud for one thing, and that is kind of relying on a relationship or someone in authority, is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so why is Utah sort of more prone to this, do you think, than other places?
You know, I don't think that it's necessarily a Utah issue, although it is prevalent here in Utah. You happen to find these types of affinity frauds wherever you have a concentration of people who are of the same faith, perhaps sometimes if they're similar background ethnically or racially. So in certain pockets where there are high concentrations of people from the same cultural backgrounds, these things proliferate because the fraudsters are smart enough to know that they can take advantage of people's trust.
Right.
So I just did, for instance, an interview with The Economist, and they had called asking about this affinity fraud problem, and they asked specifically, is it an LDS issue because there's such a prevalence of members of that faith in Utah? And I said, you know, clearly not. It's, you know, the LDS Church, for instance, counsels its members to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, and all of that. But a byproduct of the number of members here is that they're very trusting with other members, and these types of scams and schemes can happen. Yeah.
And you said that we can go online and look at these too, but then we have about a minute and a half left. What are some of the things, if you were to leave people with, you know, 3 or 4 things they should watch for when they're looking at making an investment, what would that be?
A couple of things. Timing. If somebody's trying to rush you into an investment, a quick little thing to think about is if they want it today, run away. So it's one of those. If the returns are too good, even 2% a month over a year is 24%. That's a little high, and you know, sometimes they're telling you they'll give you 10% a month. If it's really complex and you don't understand it, if you can't explain it to somebody, how about this one? If you're not understanding it, just abandon it. So if you like these little aphorisms, and if there's a sort of an element of secrecy, or you're the only one who can know about this, all of those things are red flags that should really warn you that these are probably not legitimate investment opportunities. Anything that you get online, I'm just telling you right now, I haven't seen a legitimate online offering. So just be aware, all of those things. And that's what you'll learn if you come to the Fraud College event. It's free to the public.
Great.
They can come and just register at our website. It's from 8 to 12 on the 25th. This is the second one. The first one was great. 5 different governors wanted us to roll it out, and we've done it here in Utah. And
fantastic.
We're excited
Very
about
useful. I learned a lot today.
Thank you so much, Alexis.
Our guest today has been Sean Reyes, who is co-founder of the Fraud College. I'm Alexis Cairo, and this is Comcast Newsmakers.